There's a bunch of new people on this page, and I'm so excited you're here, but if you haven't seen part 1 of Becoming Shameless, this is part 2, and you can tap the comment here to go back to part 1. After peeing my pants at the front of the class in grade 1, for the next 7 years, I was tormented by my classmates. I had rocks thrown at me. I had my hair cut off. My mom would often beg other parents to just get me an invite to a birthday party. I had a teacher ask me if I could stay after school to help her because she knew that I was getting tormented all the way home. Now, this is not a sad pity party, but basically, until about grade 8, I had the lowest confidence. I just tried to blend into the crowd. I was very shy. And at that point, I moved to live with my dad. It just felt like my only chance to get a fresh start. I was accepted by a more popular crowd in the school, and I think, honestly, I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't fully trust girls because they had been so mean to me in the past, and I often seeked the validation of men, so that made them like me even less. So I convinced myself that I didn't really like girls and that I was more of a tomboy, and that's where I fit in. But I think the only reason that I fit in there was because I was an easy target for guys, to put that lightly. After that, it was basically just one mistake after the other. I was always trying to get guys' attention, and I was always trying to be the most perfect version of what I thought they wanted, which never fucking worked out for me, ever. I got myself in some pretty scary situations, and there were times that I was really, really lucky to get out of them. As a girlfriend, I just tried to be everything that they could possibly want, but truly what I was somebody without opinions, and somebody that was just willing to cook and clean and be at your beck and call. But nobody really loves a doormat. So I got cheated on a lot. I got chlamydia, and about 3 years ago, I got assaulted. I also got really lucky in that situation because the person that attacked me was completely drunk, and I wasn't. So I was actually able to fight them off and get the police to escort them out. Even in those situations where I was assaulted, or even in those situations where I was cheated on, I still look back at those and go, what did I need to change? For me, there was always red flags that I ignored. And trust me, when something like that happens, you want to make sure that it never happens again. On to the part where it gets good. So a while back, I was fundraising, and I was really feeling just defeated. And every time I'd walk into a business, they just knew that I wasn't there to buy anything, and they'd get this wall up. And then I felt like I was doing something bad, asking them for their money and just trying to raise money for brain cancer research. And so I had this client tell me, you should go talk to this lady down the road. She's done a lot of fundraising, and I think she'd have some really good advice for you. I walk down there and I tell her that, basically everything I just told you, that I was having trouble fundraising. And she looked at me and she goes, "Are you doing something good?" "Yeah." "Then you have nothing to be ashamed about. Walk into that room, walk into whatever business it is, walk straight up to them and ask them for the clothes from their closet, and be willing to take pennies. You need to be completely shameless because you have nothing to be ashamed about." This always stuck with me. I took that moment and I applied it to the rest of my life. I started walking into rooms unashamed of who I was and shameless about all of the things I used to see as flaws. I'm pretty sure that I will always have a lot of work ahead of me in becoming shameless. But the one thing that I know for myself is that I will never find happiness for myself when I am always wishing I was someone else. And that is the story of Shameless Elle. And in the third part, I'm going to share some things that I have not been so shameless about. If you made it to the end of that story, you're as surprised as I am. But thanks so much for the support, and thanks for following my page.